A log by Jameson Points the Way, scout and cartographer of the Deep Lore Expeditionary Company. Day 16, midday. Finally, the oceanic half of our journey is at an end. I was never one for sea voyages, and I'm anxious to get my feet on dry land again. I've maintained my notes on these adventurers for Lady Deeplore, but I have to admit that I'm faltering in my faith that she knows what she's doing. The orc, the one with the studs on his gauntlets, he's openly contentious with Mr. Nemo. The elf is standoffish from the Laganal, and the Kashaki has stolen my coin purse half a dozen times now. For practice, she says. Sure, they're friendly enough with me when I make myself known, and they each seem capable in their own right, but are these really the people we've been searching for? I've served the Lady Deeplore for as long as I can remember, and I've never had any cause to doubt her before, but this is just so big. It's so important. How can we so cavalierly entrust the future of ourselves and of everything to a band so disparate and disjointed? I will continue in my duties, despite my misgivings. I owe that much to the lady, but I hope she knows what she's doing. Because if she's wrong, we won't get another shot. Now you're up on top, and this is a huge, misty island. It's like still, even though as the sun is starting to climb higher, it's like the fog is stubbornly refusing to burn away, which is spooky, I imagine.
Ford grins. I like this island.
What in the world was that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was some sort of fish thing.
Some sort of fish.
Bad legs.
I've never seen a fish like that.
Neither. I don't know shit about fish.
Has anybody ever seen a fish like that? Is that a normal kind of fish?
I haven't, and I've seen a lot of fish, so I don't think it exists.
Dude, I punched it. It definitely exists.
No, like other places. I think it might be like native here.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Well, I guess we'll find out on the way back.
Maybe the captain is right. We should probably get back to the ship, right? I mean, it's pretty dangerous.
Well, it's down there now, and we got this far, so I guess we should just keep going.
Yeah, I didn't
Also, there was a sunken ship down there. Just like, I didn't tell you guys because there was a monster.
A sunken ship?
Yeah.
Well, what sunk it?
Well, probably a monster.
Maybe a monster, maybe the fish monster. There's like a hook, and you put it in a latch, and it made some stairs, I think.
Well, at least the clockwork amplification goggles were a big help, right?
Ooh, about that. Good news and bad news. Good news is yes, they were. Bad news is they are not anymore.
Well, what do you mean?
Pretty pulls them off his head and hands him to Zara.
Oh no, my baby! Oh dear. I adjust a couple of the nodges and I sort of look at it and I sort of sigh and I say, okay, it's just a cracked lens and a fuse out. Nothing that can't be repaired.
Oh, good. I was worried.
Also, Radiant, don't forget to mark XP for those 2 failures you had earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I love to fail.
Welcome to Dungeon World, and by extension, Power of the Apocalypse. A lot of this stuff is when you roll a failure, you get XP. Yay!
I'm 2 points closer to guidance.
Yes.
My favorite.
Also, this whole time Radiant's been talking, Adeline's been, handing him his armor back piece by piece.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cute.
Thank you.
That is cute.
She also looked real happy when she thought the thing was broken, but it's easily fixed, so...
Doing the Lord's work.
Adeline, not a fan of technology.
Not a fan of magic.
That's fair. I just remembered, Paladin's supposed to get a quest, right? When they start, really any time, but this, if you're on this big island, you're probably going to want to do something like that. So yeah, so you have a quest?
I suppose so. So my quest, I have not decided yet, but the quest, the move, the Dungeon World move is when you dedicate yourself to a mission through prayer and ritual cleansing, state what you set out to do. Slay blank a great blight on the land, defend blank from the iniquities that beset them, discover the truth of blank. I guess it's discover the truth of the island. That feels like a good quest, relevant quest to have. Then I get to choose up to 2 boons that I get. So it's an unwavering sense of direction to blank, invulnerability to blank, a mark of divine authority, senses that pierce lies, a voice that transcends language, a freedom from hunger, thirst, and sleep. I'm gonna take, I'll take a freedom from hunger, thirst, and sleep.
Okay.
And what does a mark of divine authority do?
Well, it's like, hey, check it out. I'm a fucking god man warrior.
I feel like that's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think it's like an undeniable sign
Okay.
that you are divinely powered. So for you, I think it would be that your lightning scar starts to glow.
Ooh,
Harry Potter.
It's me, Harry Potter. Read my book. I'll take senses that pierce lies. That's always important, and I'll try not to forget that I have that.
Okay. What was it? You said senses that pierce lies?
And freedom from hunger, thirst, and sleep. And you get to give me a penalty. The GM will then tell you what vow or vows is required of you to maintain your blessing.
Yes. So I think the ones that you gotta do from now on for the whole game, no, until you complete your quest, is truth. You are forbidden to lie, and piety, an observance, required observance of daily holy services.
All right, sick.
So now, you are on this cliffside, and there's grass growing, and then, like, maybe a dozen yards ahead of you is a large, fog-filled, misty forest that stretches for as far as you can see on either side of this area.
Is this where Radiant did or did not see someone?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Tuka's gonna look for marks of someone being there, having been there, like pressed grass and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you wanna like
Certain realities?
Yeah, that sounds like it's certain realities.
Right. So roll plus wisdom. I am 1 wise.
Nice.
Oh, I rolled a 7. So on a 7 to 9, I get to ask one from this list. And I'm gonna ask what happened here recently.
All right.
There's
I'm
a
gonna
person.
There was not.
Ooh.
Oh.
You look around at the point where Radiant like points out like it was here, and there was absolutely no like rocks that look like they've been disturbed. Grass looks as fresh as every other piece of grass around. You can find no sign that there was a person here.
Dear, I think your eyes have been playing tricks on you. I don't think there was anyone here.
I have perfect vision, and I know what I saw, even though it was underwater.
I'm sure you do.
Actually, was it just like a silhouette of like a person, or could I make out anything?
Mostly a silhouette. You can see that they were very big.
Sure. Like humanoid?
Yeah.
Any horns? Any distinctive tails? Big furry hands like a bugbear? Or what type of humanoid?
It was, like I said, it was a silhouette. see they were wearing armor.
Ooh. Fun.
Yeah.
A ghost.
Yeah, some sort of weird...
Oy.
Oh no, not ghosts.
Oh no.
I clap Radiant on the back. Well, if we find the guy, I'll punch him, so it's fine.
That's one way of approaching that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. So that's that taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
More or less. It's not taken care of at
Yeah.
all.
No, we solved it.
But the forest is in front of you, and the ocean behind you.
I go
what do
into
you-
the forest.
All right, straight up.
I'm excited that this is a fun island. I hope there's more monsters.
All right. What is everyone else just following forward?
Yeah, although reluctantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adeline doesn't spend a lot of time in forests, just no town forests. So she doesn't look real happy about this. Is it too much if I do a discern realities as well? Suspiciously checking out this forest?
Sure. That sounds like a fine thing.
Yes. Discern realities wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Oy.
Ooh,
You got that wise stuff going on.
Hell
so
yeah.
wise.
That's a 12, by
That's
the
a
way.
12. Yeah.
That's a 12.
Oh,
That's a 12.
extremely wise.
All right.
I'm just looking at the questions. What should I be on the lookout for?
Okay. Yeah. And this is something that you might want to pass along to your friend the thief.
Oh.
As you come out to these as you start going into the forest, you notice some traps. And you find some sprung ones. Is what you find, like pitfall traps with some bones in the bottom, like a log that had been at one point set to fall on somebody if they sprung a tripwire and it's fallen on somebody and there's a skeleton under it.
This fish monster is so crafty.
It's using its little hands to create.
The little hands of the fish man.
Alan definitely passes that on to Tiku. To everyone, obviously, eventually, but first and especially to Tiku. What here is not what it appears to be.
Okay, here's one thing. You're like walking around and you're like, how are you finding this stuff out? That's what I gotta say.
How far away is the tree line from where they came up?
Like a couple yards.
Then she's been sort of pacing, trying to avoid actually going into the tree line, and just looking around, and she's just real suspicious of the whole thing.
Well, you're right to be, because as soon as you get close to one of these trees, you pass a few normal trees, and then you pass one that is weirdly warm to the touch.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And you knock on it, and it is made of stone or metal or something.
Skin.
No, it's not skin.
Scales, fish
and
scales.
you hear something whirring inside of it.
Whoa. I'm so fucking pissed that you broke my goggles because I can power this shit with my goggles. You stupid kobold. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Why a
Tough.
kobold? You could have just said a pallet. Damn.
I couldn't power this. Okay.
But yeah, you find a tree that's weirdly warm. Something is whirring inside of it, and it is made of some sort of strange metal or stone.
I'm also joking, obviously, just to.
No, I know. I got you.
Okay,
Don't worry about it.
I didn't want everyone feeling bad.
No.
What is Zara doing right now?
I'm walking along absent-mindedly, fiddling with my gadgets, trying to fix it.
Oh.
Adeline does this very heavy sigh. Zara, can you come look at this tree?
Of course, yeah. I walk over.
All right.
And Adeline like knocks on it like real heavy, like, it's not a tree, and you're of science. Please look at this.
You're a science.
Sure. I tap on the tree a few times.
It's definitely that.
Is there a panel?
Yeah. It's you don't have like a ooh. When you take a few minutes to handle or examine something interesting,
you've sussed me. Yes, I'm going to be using the artificer move. Let me see that. When you take a few moments to handle or examine something interesting, ask the GM 2 of the following questions. The GM must answer truthfully. The questions are: what does this do? Who made this? What is wrong with it, and how might I fix it? And what has been done most recently with this or to this? I really wish I could ask all these questions, but I'm going to start with what does this do?
Okay. You do find a panel and you pop it open. And inside is this weird little, like... It's a hard thing to... Okay, here's what it is. It's a reservoir of water with a little, like, light crystal, like glowing crystal, like, pointing at it. And the reservoir of water is... It's basically a hologram. They're using the water as a matrix for this image to be transmitted in 360 degrees.
This is inside the...
It's inside the tree.
Okay. Question really quick. So I understand, Emily understands it's a hologram. This kind of thing probably exists through magic, so I would be able to say, like, a projected image could be like an illusion magic, right?
Maybe. It is a projected image.
And I have another question, which is that this kind of machinery, have I seen anything like it before? Is this something that like I could make, or?
Do you think you could make a crystal that makes a hologram?
Maybe not. Probably not. Maybe. I'm pretty smart. But like, what I guess I mean to say is like, is this sort of like, even if I understand it, it's like clearly made by someone way beyond me in terms of like the type of way they create.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
This is hardcore. Like the person who made this was like a master.
This is like literally some sci-fi shit, right?
This is some sci-fi shit.
Okay. Interesting. So I look inside this tree and I see what amounts to a holographic projection of a crystal.
No. The crystal is projecting the hologram into the water.
Into the water. Hologram? Yeah, what's the hologram?
It's a shot of the forest.
Oh my god.
And the point of view is from like the boughs of the trees.
A map.
And so here's the other thing. What is this too? Like following like the perspective of it, you look up and there is like a shiny marble embedded in the trees, one of the tree's branches, that is like receiving the image.
That's so dope.
CCTVs.
CCTV.
It's tree CTV.
Tree.
Nice. Oh man.
I have one more question.
I have one more question.
I have one more question too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to go first?
Maybe. I don't mind that you did all that. I asked you, and it was good. But do you have a question already? You can go first.
I have one more of the list. What has been done most recently to this, or with this, or to this?
Somebody turned it on. This was off for a long time.
Sure.
And now it's on again.
I relay this information to my team. I say, well, it looks like this can be utilized as sort of a bird's eye view, so to speak, and it was recently turned on. I'm sorry, Radiant. I think you might be right. Somebody's watching us.
I told you. Also, I was gonna say maybe it's the fish person. So, but now maybe it's not, because you agree with me now.
All right, and Adeline, you had one more question?
Yeah. I don't know how useful the answer's going to be, but I feel like what I want to know is who is really in control here.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, as you are looking at this, the view on the thing kind of like rotates a little bit, and you realize that the the orb, the vision orb on the tree, has rotated to look at all of you.
Oh.
Oh, creepy.
And the answer is, you don't know who they are, but they are sure not you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Extremely good.
And then it winks out.
I grin. This is the best thing that's happened to me all day since the fish monster.
Tuku is also very excited.
Okay, so
Everyone's like, just to be clear, everyone, traps. There's lots of traps.
okay, so do you guys think that I turned it on when I hit that latch? Maybe that's a possibility. Maybe I did this. I turned it on.
Nah.
Any more takers for the fish man?
Ford heavily considers it.
I suppose it's possible.
He did have hands, weirdly.
Did have hands. His feet were very tiny, though. He would have had a hard time getting up the stairs.
It's basically like corgi-length limbs on a 7-foot-long monster.
Yeah. Also, I think I've communicated like to the party that this person that I saw had like armor and was big. That feels important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
At this point, can I do the trap expert move when?
Absolutely. If
yeah.
you guys are going into the woods, you're gonna want that.
So when you spend a moment to survey a dangerous area, roll plus dex. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold as you walk through the area to ask these questions. Is there a trap here, and if so, what activates it? What does a trap do when activated? And what else is hidden here?
All right. Sick.
Yeah.
And so that's basically your trap-based perception roll.
I don't think I'm going to roll higher than 7.
Hey,
because it's another 7.
7's a success, so that's good.
Yeah, I get...
so you get hold 1.
Yeah.
So good.
Mm.
So you can at least find out if there's traps here.
Yeah.
What else? Something else. So what is everyone doing? Are you going into the forest, or are you like hanging out outside?
I want to go into the forest.
Yeah, I guess I let Tugu go first, because she is a thief. She probably knows about traps.
Yeah.
No.
I reluctantly follow, and I sort of I follow behind Ford because he's the biggest, and I saw him hit a fish man. And I'm gonna say, are you sure about this? We could always go back to the boat.
We're already here. We're going. There's really not much else to it. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys head into this forest, and I think this might be a good. No, because it's not going to take that long. I was going to suggest maybe doing a perilous journey, but I know that this is not an island that would take more than a day to walk across.
Mm-mm.
Also, did anybody think about like a signal to send Debonair?
Nope.
No.
Could have been smart. Could have been smart. Yeah, would have been smart if we did that.
If she hears a really loud scream,
She'll probably run away.
If we'll come back, it's fine. If we don't, she can leave.
she won't wait for us that long. Like, it's fine.
We have, couple days?
Sure. Yeah.
She even said that she was in it for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That well, basically what she was saying at that point. I didn't finish my thought, but that like there's enough like rations and stuff on the boat that she can be there for a while.
Then we're all good. No problems here.
No problems here. So going in, who's going into the forest first?
I guess Tuku.
Trap expert.
Ella and Ori saw some traps, so she's just gonna point at those and be like, watch out for that, watch out for that. I don't think I have to use my one hold for those.
No.
Yeah. But once we get past it, maybe.
Okay. So here's one thing that you notice as you start to go through this, is that there are statues in this forest.
Ooh.
Every so often you'll pass one, and they're all wearing armor, kind of utilitarian armor, and they're just posted in sort of just not randomly, but like sparingly around this whole forest, and they're all facing away from something. Like they're all facing towards the coast.
I see. So are they facing away, like, guarding something?
Maybe they're standing at attention.
And do they look like actual statues with like pedestal and stuff, or do you just look like maybe petrified guards?
I don't know. What do you think?
Is any of them in the middle of sneezing?
Yeah.
Do you think they're petrified, or do you think that they're actual statues?
Do they have pedestals? Is the question, I think.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Oh. Oh. Maybe no?
No? Like they're just standing on the ground, and like, but they're balanced such that they don't fall over.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do any of them look like the silhouette that I saw?
No.
Cool.
And yeah, they're just kind of like posted up around places.
Do we know how many there are?
You keep finding them. You know,
Is
it's a big.
anyone counting?
It's a big forest.
Can we mark them somehow, like, you know, paint their noses red or something?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
Just like put mud on them or something. You just know that this is a statue.
We're walking and I see just Dooku like smearing stuff on like each one of these statues.
Yeah.
I wanna talk to what's the guy's
Bartimaeus.
Bartimaeus Nero.
Nemo.
Sorry. I want to talk to Bartimaeus Nemo and be like, so what's the plan here? Are we setting up an archaeological dig site somewhere, or are we just walking through a creepy forest?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't answer my question, sir.
All right. Okay. You're right. He's got a book out, and he's been writing furiously in it as like every time you guys have done stuff. Like he did it at the stairs, he did it at this tree, and he says, "Let me ask you something. This technology, this stuff, have you ever seen anything like it?"
No.
Well, I have. Once. You ever been to the Valentinian capital?
Once when I was young.
You know that big statue that they got in the palace square with the hearts on it?
Of course.
That's not a statue. It's a guardian. It's the only one of its kind that still exists. I think it's up and moves if you wanted to.
I sort of snort and I say, oh, come on, that's just an old tale that they tell. It's just a representative of the Guardian of Valentina and the way that the king protects over his people. That's all. It's just a story.
But it's not.
Well, maybe if you had grown up in Valentina, you would know. Everybody gets told that story.
Yeah. That's true. A lot of folks get told that story. But no, it's true. That's why we're out here, right?
We're out here to find a way to make the big statue in the center of Valentine capital move around and probably do some sort of dance, right?
That sounds really cool. I want to do that.
No, we're here because this is where it all came out of. Okay. Have you heard of the Titans?
Have we?
I don't know. Have you?
Of course, more storybook nonsense.
Radiant thinks they're real.
Ford thinks they're real too.
Hold up. Well, let's hash this out then.
Yeah.
It's just more stories.
Well,
one of them was the biggest follower of Sella ever to exist. So, nope. That was a real dude. That was a real guy that existed. And I believe in him.
Nemo's like pointing at everyone. Right? Like 2,000 years ago, they stretch across the entirety of the archipelago, and then one day they just vanish?
I mean,
that
relatable,
doesn't
you know?
make any sense. Where would they have gone? What would they have done? Why don't we...
Well, maybe they went here.
Maybe they died.
It's just a story that they tell children to make them feel like they're in control.
Well, it's got to come from somewhere, right?
You know, there's one way to solve this. We go further, and we find out what's here on this island, and we don't sit around here talking and doing very little.
No, I was imagining that you're like walking, talking.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And Nemo's like, "Where did it go?" You're looking at it. Listen, about a month ago, you heard about the crew of Galerian fishermen that came running back to Azure Bay, screaming about who knows what. I guess you didn't. You got recruited out to that. It's cool. Don't worry about it. They saw some shit here. There's stuff here that's older than any other recorded history, which, granted, for us is like 2,000 years. But I believe, and my friend who bankrolled this believes, and so we're here.
I'm down for making a statue move, personally.
Hell yeah.
Now, do you want to make the statue move, or do you want to make the statue fight?
It's not okay. It's not about statues. It's about archaeology. It's about seeing where we came from and stuff.
Okay, but we do get to make it fight, right?
Oh my god.
Listen, that statue is very important to the Valentine people, so can we please stop talking about making it dance and fight?
I'm just saying, a weapon like that could be dangerous.
Why can't you make like a replica of it and then give the fight one to us?
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, how about we keep going?
Finally, you say something sensible.
I think Calico chuckles at that.
I just want to say that Tuco is very into stealing the statue and replacing it with a
New
replica.
campaign.
Yeah.
It's simple. We steal the fucking Statue of Liberty.
The biggest heist.
We need to come up with a name for the Valentine capital.
Yeah, we really do. How about just
Valentina?
Valentina, yeah.
Well, that's the name of that country.
Yeah.
I love living in America, in the capital city, America.
Okay, that makes it sound idiotic, but like, it's also like King Valentine is the ruling family, and they're the most powerful. So maybe it's the city of Valentina in the same way that like Constantinople is Constantinople.
To be fair, the capital of Brazil is called Brasilia, so they're not super creative.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Or it could just be like the capital city.
Yeah, Valentina, DC.
That is cool.
So you walk through this forest, these woods, and it's weird. The woods are getting thicker and thicker until suddenly they just stop, and it's nearly like a wall of trees between the forest and this wall, made of stone, 20 feet tall, and it stretches down to the left and to the right. Once you break this tree line, there's like it's like this old stone, the same stone that was like carved out of the dock.
So there's no need to lick it?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is it the same stone that I licked?
Similarly smooth, 20 feet tall, and it stretches down until it I don't know, a long, like 100 yards or more in both directions, and you can vaguely see like large structures on the other side of it, like peeking over the top of the wall.
So it's like the mirror thing. It's not like climbable stone.
No, it's weathered. Like you could, if you want to give it a shot, you can climb it.
I could try.
Yeah.
Someone's probably gonna do it to some realities, which is a smart thing. But I want to climb this rock.
All right.
If you're climbing it, I'm climbing it too.
Climb squad. All right.
Climb squad.
Sure,
Climb
Tuco will
squad.
climb it too.
Oh my god. What is this?
So
what is this roll?
Are you just climbing it first, or what?
Yeah. I want to get past it. I don't see any doors, and this seems like the logical next step.
No, there's like a gate.
Oh, okay.
Can we remove the gate? Because I also wanted to do some climbing.
I mean, we could climb the...
Everyone's climbing.
There's been traps, you know. The gate might be dangerous.
The gate is like huge and carved out of stone, and it's like on a track, but the track is like filled with boulders.
Oh, well, yeah, then we'll climb.
So we gotta climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess we're climbing.
No other choice.
So no discern realities, no nothing. You just climb this wall.
Adeline's gonna discern realities. Absolutely. Everyone starts climbing and she's like, there's a gate. It went so well last time. Let's see. I'm so nice. I got 11.
That's really good. All right, what are your questions?
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Oh, I guess it depends on what your bearing of valuable is.
Valuable right now is probably advancing.
Yeah. I think you see an avenue up the rock that is up the wall that is like well placed. Like it's like you find the easiest way to climb up.
Oh my god.
Climb, squat.
What should I be on the lookout for?
Okay, so here's the thing. Every 100 feet along this wall, there is like a box. Not a box, like not a tower, like a gazebo, I guess you could say.
Ooh.
It's like 4 pillars and then a roof over it, and it's all got this very like sort of Byzantine structure, like decor, in terms of the caps of these towers and the pillars and stuff, very very Byzantine. And inside of it, you see this weird thing. Kind of looks like a crossbow, but there's no bow part. And who's the first one that gets up on the top of the wall?
I think it's me. I started climbing.
I do have. If we're all climbing, I did have something I wanted to do while they were climbing.
Oh, sure.
Which is while they start climbing up, like fools. I'm going to sort of walk up to the wall and click my tongue up a couple times, and I'm going to sort of shout up so they can all hear me. Like, I'm going to shout up, have you ever needed to climb a wall really fast, but boy, are your arms tired from all the well, worry no more. And I reach behind me, and I pull a cord, and suddenly out of my giant, like, stuffed backpack shoot 2, like, magnetically, like electromagnet things on wires that stick to the ground, and 2 shoot up to the wall as well. As I use my magnetic grappling harness that gives me alternative movement climbing.
Oh.
Let's see, cling to walls hands free.
Wow.
So it is basically like you can kind of think like the 3D maneuver gear from Attack on Titan, but like instead of like latching onto things by sticking into them, it like electromagnetizes to stick to things.
Nice. That's really cool.
So Zara starts to slowly like we're up like
yeah, but like very calmly and like with a very like pleased look on her face, you know. And when I get too high, I pull up one of the cords and shoot it higher.
Oh, Tuka is so impressed. Tuka's like whistling, like woo.
You know what I'm imagining is those chairs for old people who can't get upstairs.
Well, it doesn't have a chair. It's my backpack. It's all stuff in my backpack.
So you're hanging off of it like a baby Bjorn.
Okay, well, again, that makes it sound very uncool when what it is very cool.
Ford thinks it's adorable.
I'm gonna turn. I want to do this, and we can say no. You can say no, but I want to pass Radiant on the way up and say, well, what do you think?
Oh, that's super neat. Oh, it's so cool. Because, like, if you're too weak to climb, then you can just do that.
exactly. But also, it should. I'm like going up more, and like my voice is fading away as it's harder to hear me. Like also, you should be able to. It should be able to improve with time.
All right, I'm gonna. The thing I'm about to say, I'm gonna cut. But I just had this image of like Zara slowly like whirring her way up next to Radiant with a smug face, and she gets up to her and just says, "Pussy."
Wait, who says pussy? Zara or
Zara? Zara.
Pussy.
Radiant has never sorted his life.
Oh no! Don't cut that. Keep it in. That's amazing.
Oh, it is
Here, I'll give you the soundbite. Okay. Pussy.
Okay.
good.
So Zara is the first one that gets to the top of the thing.
If everyone's okay with it.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, no problem. Hey Zara, when you get up there, Adeline, the thing you notice, this crossbow-looking thing, it's a gun. It whirs up and points at her.
Oh boy.
Can I try to grab it and keep it from pull it somewhere else so it's shooting somewhere not at Zara?
Are you on the ground?
Oh wait, how high is this up? I thought
20 feet in the air.
Okay, actually, not doing that, not climbing up anything. So, just yells out Zara to try and get her to notice that there's a gun. I don't probably. Do guns exist? Do you want to say Zara, there's a gun, or is this just like an unusual thing that doesn't exist?
I think, guns exist, like muskets exist, black powder firearms exist. We talked about that a lot. But remote operated or motion activated turrets super don't.
Yeah.
Not normally.
On the other hand, I think it would be pretty obvious to tell that this is something dangerous, you know?
Oh yeah. It's got this like sort of dull blue glow starting to whir up underneath the barrel.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
How far am I still from that? Because I have a whip.
Ooh.
That
With a whip, you could probably make it a lot easier.
yeah.
Indiana Jones tried this, or he didn't try this, and it didn't go well for the guy who didn't have the gun.
But like I was thinking that Tiku would try to use her whip to like pull the thing to face somewhere else.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, it's like
Okay.
a regular sized gun. I thought it would be like a big one. I was imagining like a.
It's like a cannon.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. It's basically like a musket on a tripod.
Because what I was imagining was like the guns they have on top of tanks.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like somewhere between those. Oh, not the main cannon, but like a mounted
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna die.
Can I push Zara away since I'm right behind her?
Yeah. Well, okay. So what's happening? What's happening first? There's Tiku is trying to divert the barrel of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And Radiant wants to knock Zara out of the way. So I think, Tiku, I think that'll be a defy danger
Okay.
on your part, and then Radiant, I think you can just aid Zara
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in case she needs to do a defy danger.
Mm-hmm.
So Tiku, defy danger dex to like act fast enough to knock it out of the way.
Mm-hmm. It's an 8.
Okay, it's an 8. 8 is good. Thinking about an 8. So when you act despite an imminent threat or suffer a calamity, say how you deal with it and roll. If you do it by powering through it, roll strength. By getting out of the way or acting fast, roll dex. By enduring, roll con. By thinking, int, mental fortitude, wisdom, and through charm and social grace, charisma. On a 10 plus, you do what you set out to and the threat doesn't come to bear. On a 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. So I think you knock it off center, but it's gonna graze you.
Okay.
Alright, so you're gonna take 2 damage from this bolt of energy that screams out of the barrel of this gun.
I have 1 armor. Does that reduce it by 1?
Yes. So it halves it. So I rolled a 4.
Oh.
So it halves it down to 2, and then you reduce it by 1.
Okay, so I take 1 damage?
Yes.
Yes. I know math.
Yay! Nice. So yeah. So this it, like, pew, it's a bolt of light that shoots out of this gun. And even if you guys have seen guns before, that's not something you've seen. But you got it away, but it's still gonna turn back and it's charging up for another shot.
Oy.
What is Adeline? Adeline just staying on the ground?
She's gonna. Oh. There's no way around but climbing, and.
Well, to be fair, we've tried literally 0 other options before we went with climbing.
I tried to find out if there was any other ways to get through. I still have another question, I think.
Yeah, you got questions. I'm saying.
Oh, it's weird how this list says, "How do I stop a gun?" I'm gonna say, what here is not what it appears to be, just because in case there's any more secret guns or traps that we should know about.
Secret guns or traps?
Yeah. Or anything else that that it shouldn't appear to be.
Oh, here's one. I think you're like, you don't want to climb. And you're like, shit, boy, and you're looking around, and there is a at one point it looks like there was just a rock that is like been bisected by this wall. Like, you know how like there's rocks on the ground. This was like a big rock, but it's like perfectly flat, flush against this wall.
Ooh.
And pulling it off, you see a I was gonna say a keypad, but like that's wild. Maybe it's like a little puzzle, like a little concentric ring puzzle. You know those?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's got a code on it.
Todd Howard, eat your heart out.
Oh, that is what Todd Howard did, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay though. I like it.
So yeah,
Can I try to solve the puzzle?
I think you can definitely try to solve the puzzle. I think
Yes.
that would be a defy danger intelligence.
Oh well, I've got a 0 in that, so I'm really confident. Here we
But
go.
hey, guess what?
What?
You discerned realities, and you were
Yes.
acting on the answers.
Oh, you get a +1.
You get a +1.
Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna 2d6 +1. Well, I did bad.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's a 5.
Jeez.
That is a 5.
That's not good.
No one can
She's
aid
bad at
this.
puzzles. Nope.
No one can aid this.
You're up on a wall. I'm doing a puzzle on the ground while a gun shoots people.
Punch it.
Okay. Ugh. What's gonna go bad for you? I know what's gonna go bad for you.
Mark experience.
You hear this, like, half voice in the back of your head. Like, it doesn't say anything, but you feel this, like, intense wave of, like, secondhand embarrassment
Oh no.
wash over you about yourself.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Have you ever been secondhand embarrassed about yourself?
Yes.
No, I don't think you can be secondhand embarrassed about yourself, because that's just regular embarrassed.
See, that's the wild thing. But if you did, and you're gonna become confused.
Oh, excellent.
So you're gonna get a debility.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh god.
Good.
You have been applied the confused ability, which gives you -1 wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
But you look down and the puzzle is finished.
Oh.
Oh,
Huh.
I'm so good at puzzles.
Yeah, you did it. I guess.
Congratulations!
You don't remember doing
I
it.
have a theory, but I'm not gonna say it because
Spoilers.
spoilers.
Spoilers. Okay.
It was Kevin.
It was Kevin.
Kevin reached down from the heavens and solved this puzzle.
From Kevin.
From Kevin.
Kevin, stop making me feel bad about myself. I'm confused.
Yeah. You are confused right now, unfortunately. But up top, the gun whirs down. And that goes like, "Blue. I'm off now."
Adeline's just like staring at the puzzle and then like slowly looks up and sees it's off and is like, I think I did that. You're welcome.
Before Adeline said that, Radiant had looked at Tuku and was like, "Good job, you did it." And then he's like, "Oh."
Ford's a little disappointed.
Aw, Ford.
Ford wanted to fight the gun.
Still go over there and punch the
Oh,
gun.
I'm sorry, Ford.
You can still fight the gun.
Dismantle the gun.
I'm sure there will be a lot more guns.
There are, I mean, honestly, like every 100 feet along the tower, along the wall. These
Yes.
segments are all over the place.
What's on the other side of this wall? Or should we wait for
Adeline.
Adeline?
She climbs up the wall.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone like throw down a rope and help her up?
Yeah, I help her up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She could use the magnetic grappling harness.
She won't.
Ford just like throws it down. It's like, tie it around your waist.
Yeah.
Just pulls her up.
Strong.
He's a strong boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, inside you realize that you are this wall surrounds a compound of multiple buildings. There is one gigantic building that is like very big. There was like you could see it over the wall from outside, and it's this like huge square, kind of squat rectangular building. Squat in terms of proportions, not in terms of size. You know what I mean? Like it's extremely broad and long, and it's very tall, but it's much broader and longer than it is tall.
Right.
And then beyond that, there are like a few other smaller buildings arranged around it, but arranged in such a way that there's like from the gate that is rusted shut to the entrance of this giant building, there is a broad path that just goes straight there.
We should go to that.
Yeah, I'm already climbing down.
I use the magnetic grappling harness to get down safely.
Cool. So yeah, you've gotten in to the.
We're in.
We're in.
All right, we're in. We're in.
Yeah. So
Hacker voice.
Yeah.
there's four smaller square buildings that are kind of dotted around, and they're sort of like, I guess square isn't the thing now. If I just said that they've got Byzantine construction, but they're very old. They're domed structures with archways, lots of archways, and like windows, but all the windows are like boarded up or something.
Ooh.
Not boarded up because wood would not last as long as these have been around.
Are they like covered up with stones and rocks and stuff?
Yeah, and they're like heavily overgrown.
Interesting.
So they're like this image, but way, way, way bigger?
No, that's like the top of it.
Oh, I
So
see.
yes, kind
Okay.
of. That's like the top of all of the
Do they
buildings, and there's,
do they also have like foliage growing on top of it? Because that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's like foliage all over this place. They're like crawling with vines.
I have to ask. Does this sort of architecture look familiar to me at all?
I think it's vaguely familiar in the way that like you could watch a semi-historical movie about the ancient Roman Empire and then see an actual like Roman sword and be like, yeah, I can see that those came from the same place.
Gotcha. I may want to make use of something that I have,
Okay.
which is a bag of books.
Oh. Bags of books. Books is bags. Bags
Yes.
and books and books and bags.
And I'm glad that you are saying nonsense words because it's giving me time to go remember. By remember, I mean to look up in the book what exactly the bag of books does. Because I remember it does some. I remember
Gives
it
you
does
a
something.
+1 to spout lore.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm going to spout lore then
Hell yeah.
about the architecture of this place, and I'm going to use one of my books Fortunately, I did manage to bring a book on ancient, because I knew that we were going on an archaeological dig. I brought a book on that Mr. Nemo has written about archaeology, and I'm gonna flip through it to try to find some similarities.
Actually, what's up with the other people? Are they here?
Yeah, I keep forgetting about them. Yes, they are
Okay.
here. They were like wigged out by the. Okay, so Eustace has been wigged out by everything this whole time.
Aw, buddy.
He is not happy, but he keeps like every time it's like, well, we're going, and he's like, wait, don't leave me. And that's why he's still with you. He actually had the easiest time climbing the wall because he's got bear strength. Calico has just kind of been going along, following Nemo. And Nemo has been super stoked about everything. He is talking nonstop about the like runic structure of the carvings on these walls, and yeah, the architecture. So if you want to like pull out something and try to like one up him from this book.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily see it as one-upsmanship, because we're both colleagues here, after all. And spout lore is +int, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Okay, so we've done spout lore before, so I won't say it again, and I got a 7 on that.
All right, nice. So 7 means that you get something interesting but not useful, or not necessarily useful. And that is, this architecture is it is very similar to the surviving structures of the 2,000-year-old Titan stuff.
Okay.
What's something interesting about it? It was said that it stands up particularly well against wear. And looking around, it really seems that that's the case. There's not really any dirt or like there's plants, but it doesn't really seem like it's getting that deep into things. The most damage on any of these buildings is like superficial cracks. Other than that, it's pretty much pristine.
Interesting. Okay.
Should we clarify a bit more what the Titans are?
Yeah, they've kind of been referenced so far, but they haven't been as much. So do you want to talk about that out of character or in character?
In character.
We did try to talk about them in character, and it kind of drifted a little bit, but I'm good with either.
So, yeah. So maybe all right. How about this? Eustace doesn't no idea what the Titans are.
Sure.
Oh.
So tell him. He's like Nemo's talking about like this is this and this and this is this and this and such and such and this, you know, this looks like he's able to like semi like this word might be bunkhouse. It might also be execution house.
Right.
Like look at like different buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And Eustace is like, you guys keep talking about these Titan folks. What's up with that? Is this like an important thing? Should I have known about this?
You don't know about the Titans? They're only the biggest heroes that ever lived. Just ever.
Oh. Did they know how to fix an axle?
Maybe.
Probably yes.
Oh. Well, I guess they're probably okay then.
This is out of character. How much are we supposed to know about these Titans?
I don't know. I mean, there's the intro monologue, which is, you know, appointed by the gods themselves, vested in holy arms and armor, tasked with an enviable duty of protecting the people of the from the infinite darkness that beset them.
We could spout
and I think
more
people
about
know
this.
Yeah.
That's definitely possible.
You never heard the stories when you were a kid?
No. Yeah, he was
Homeschooled.
Yeah, he was homeschooled. He was homeschooled in an. I was about to say an auto body shop, but that's not an actual thing yet in this universe. In blacksmith school.
Sure.
Yeah. I can spell lore.
All right. I mean, you can just say stuff as well because we know the gist of it.
But my int is -1, and I want to say something stupid.
Good.
Oh boy, there it is. That's a 6.
So what incredibly wrong thing can you tell us now?
So here's the thing. Radiant only cares about one of the Titans. And it's a man named Ipathes. Ipathes was the greatest follower of Tella. And Radiant just assumes that Ipathes is like the leader of that entire operation. He's like the boss of everyone. And everyone was like basically his army, and he was like a general. Or like an emperor or something. He was like the big honcho, the head honcho. Less of a team and more of a my employees kind of thing. And that's what he explains.
That's not the stories I
Ford
heard.
goes, no, that's absolutely correct. That's exactly what it was.
Tico pats Radiant on the shoulder, like, sure thing.
Adeline, there is a bunch of low tide songs that go pretty much like that, yes, but there's a lot of other ones that don't go like that.
Well, they're incorrect, sounds like.
Well, I guess every culture has their own way of telling stories.
Oh yeah, well, who was the leader of that thing if it wasn't Ipathes?
Well, that's a silly question. It was King Valentine, of course. Not the current King Valentine. That would be silly. But his ancestor.
Yeah, see, that's how it goes. You say it's King Valentine. Radiant here says it's Sella. I bet if you asked someone from another country, they'd say it was someone else.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a story. Every culture has their own way of telling it. It's just a way we explain morals to children.
But here's the thing, you wouldn't write a history book and be like, and just say some wrong stuff.
No, you would.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I wrote a history book, I would want to get it right, but there's a reason that the Titans aren't in the history books.
Aren't they?
It depends.
I think they were in his, for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. Lotan is a very monotheistic culture in this very polytheistic world.
Yeah, they acknowledge that there's other gods. I just don't think they see them as gods as much as it's like some immortal people that exist.
Yeah, like, I guess you're okay.
Yeah.
Ours is the best, though. All right.
The one that got chained up and trapped. That's the one. That's our boy.
That's the one.
That's our boy.
Okay, so basically, there were these folks who are like not revered necessarily, but like regarded as like very folkloric heroes, I guess. Like bordering on myths now. We're basically talking about like Achilles, not Achilles. Achilles exists. Hercules.
Wait, hold on. Achilles
Probably
did not.
No,
exist.
he didn't. So yeah, we're talking about like Achilles and Hercules and like the Argonauts and shit. That's actually a really close analogy. It's the Argonauts.
Like Gilgamesh, Beowulf, and all that class.
Yeah. But what Nemo thinks, and what the person who sent you on this expedition thinks, is that they existed. And they were real, and this is where they went. And I guess we'll find out.
To the island of misfit fish.
They were all turned into fish. The riddle solved.
Potentially. So you're all kind of just, I guess, puttering around in this like open field, with the path up to the main building. What are you guys doing right now?
Are we going to the main building, or are we exploring the other ones first?
That is up to you.
Duke wants to check if there's traps here because there were guns there. And more importantly, if there's anything of value, like treasure and stuff.
Well, those are 2 different holds.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have 1 hold on Trap Expert.
Yeah. Well, I guess, is there a trap here? And if so, what activates it?
Yeah. Nemo is about to walk into what he thinks is either the forge or a garbage room. And you stop him.
Mm-hmm.
And you point out the tripwire that he nearly walked into.
Oh, why'd you do that?
On second thought, I regret this.
Yeah.
So I was gonna do a discern reality. So cool. All right, wisdom. I rolled it. Oh.
You did?
Oh.
That's intelligence.
Oh no. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Wisdom. I rolled.
I heard a 7.
Yes, I rolled a 7. I accidentally rolled it twice. Both of them are middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're discerning realities?
Yeah. Ooh, a lot of good ones in this. Let's go with the obvious. What should I be on the lookout for?
Tiku already showed you one of y'all the tripwires. You realize that there's one on every door. And another thing is that there are corpses, there's like skeletons like throughout the island, in the forest and stuff. You come across them.
Ooh.
There's nothing here.
Ooh. Interesting. Hey guys, there's tripwires on all of the doors, and also there's no dead people. This is the information that I've gathered from looking around. He's just been like sniffing around, like, what's up?
So, some good?
Well, it's good that there's no dead people, right?
Or it means the traps are new.
Well, there's dead people everywhere else on the island. So what happened here?
Well, we haven't gone inside yet.
Maybe they couldn't get up the wall? Maybe they didn't have a magnetic grappling device.
Could have been vaporized.
We climbed that wall pretty easily. Like, anyone with regular strength could climb a wall.
There were those guns, though, that might have done something to people trying to climb the wall.
Vaporized.
Yeah.
Actually, what happened when Tuku kind of got shot? What's the wound like?
Vaporized.
So it was like a bolt of light. I think it was like burn.
Oh, I see. Bad.
It's like heat. It was like a heat.
Bad.
Bad.
So,
Yes.
So maybe we should try going to the big building in the center? I mean...
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if you want, you can look at any of the other buildings, but the big building definitely catches your eye.
That big building is sure enticing, but perhaps we should start with one of these small ones. We might get a better chance of, figuring out what's inside.
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, we know that Tuku is a thief, right?
Yes.
Well, I turn to Tuku and I say, you have experience,
Breaking in.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do the honors?
Of course, I would love to.
So you're using the thief move to disarm traps?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I already did that for one trap, but I think inside, I'm gonna do that again.
Yeah. So there's one thing. So there's trap expert. There's also tricks of the trade. Is your other thief move? One of you have many thief moves. When you pick locks or disable traps, you roll plus dex to do it.
Yeah. So it's a 7 again. That's my number.
Lucky
Lucky
7.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. Okay. So that is a 7. So when you pick locks or pockets or disable traps, roll plus dex. On a 10 plus, you do it no problem. On a 7 to 9, you still do it, but the GM will offer you 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. You can do it, but... So you can do it and either get hurt or do it and, like, it locks you inside.
Can I defend?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it locks me inside.
Okay. So there's 4 buildings. When you walk down the center thoroughfare, there are 2 on each side of it in this compound, and they're both parallel to each other, each pair.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to do?
The first one on the left. So like this. No, I cannot click it.
Okay. So yeah, that one is this is the one that Nemo thought was a forge, and it is, but there's like this trap that shoots out an explosion of like a small explosion when you trip it, but you like duck under it, and it hits the other side of the door frame, and then the door frame collapses.
Oh.
And now you are in this room. That there's an anvil in the corner next to like a furnace that has, thousands of years ago burned down. There's a set of tools, and there's like racks of weapons.
Oh.
And like armor in the style of the guards you saw. The statues.
Yeah.
Record. Oh, and here's the thing. Those statues and this stuff are all for people who are about 10 feet tall.
Oh. That's a little big.
It is a little big.
Any bodies in there?
Gotta grow into that.
There are no bodies in there.
Nobody.
Also, we're outside, right?
Yeah, I want to just start like getting the rubble out of the way to get the door like open.
TOQ, are
as
you
soon
okay?
as it collapses.
I'm fine. You were right. It is a forge.
I knew it!
That's really not what we should be focusing on right now. Are you hurt, or is anything wrong?
Is there any strange tools that they were using?
Are there?
I don't know. Are there?
I don't think Tuku knows anything about forging, so I think she's just like, they all look strange to her. She's like, yeah! I've never seen these things before.
Anvil.
It's like a hammer.
Anvil.
Yeah. Never seen a hammer before.
Good. Beyond that, there's a door. That is on the ground, but built like a door that you would just walk into. But that one is locked.
Well, I could try to pick a lock.
You could try to pick a lock.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to pick a lock.
So you're just like, your friends are like, we gotta save Tuku. We gotta get her out. And you're like, I'm gonna pick this lock now.
Yeah, I mean, there might be something valuable inside. This is a forge. There might be gold or valuable metals.
Gold.
Gold.
How am I doing on clearing the rubble away from the door?
I mean, you can, you'll probably be able to get it done pretty easily. It does take a while. It's big and strong, and it's not, like, heavy. Well,
I'm helping.
It is heavy,
I'm
but, like,
helping.
individual pieces is not.
Guess what? I rolled to pick a lock, and I rolled a 10.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
So I do it.
Real good. Good
I
job.
roll good. Yay!
So, awesome. When you unlock this door, and like open it, and you get this like gust of cold air coming out from it.
Oh.
And it is a shaft going down for a while.
What's the shaft made of?
Stone?
Okay, fair,
Okay.
fair.
Yeah. I think she's gonna go back to the door she came in from. It's like, I found a hole.
Cool.
Cool.
Where's it go?
I don't know. Come in.
Wow. They sent us on like a scientific expedition.
Just stay away from it until we get through the door. Don't fall in it or anything.
Now, I got a question, I yell as I clear away rubble. Do you think this kind of trap thing could happen again?
There is a high possibility that...
Great. Bartimaeus, you're going in first next time.
You're a rude man for that.
I'm an orc.
I think Tuga's also gonna... Tuga's gonna help clear out the rubble.
Okay.
Yeah,
with
Zara's gonna help her in her own special way.
Aww.
Supervising.
by all right, yeah. So with like all of you doing it and working together, it really doesn't take that long. And then the door is open again. And no, it doesn't. It doesn't explode again. It was a single charge like detonation, and the thing like broke. So you're fine to come inside this forge. It's nice. It's cozy. And there's that door with the cold air blowing up to the floor.
Hey, Zara, you got that grappling thing.
Yes, I do.
We could try to throw something in first, like a rock.
I look at Bartimaeus.
Like a rock.
Adeline picks up a rock and drops it into the hole.
Nice.
You're in a build. I mean, I guess there's rocks around. There's also
There's
like
rubble,
hammers and
there's
stuff.
rubble.
Yeah, I got rubble.
So you pick up a piece of rubble and it falls and goes.
And there's a cat meowing.
Is there?
No, it's just like a sound of a cat. Yeah.
Like the crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes for like 10 seconds before it hits the ground.
Let's see. To carry the 4. It should be about 10 times gravity. How long do you... We can cut this out. Oh, in 10 seconds.
No, absolutely
On
not.
you. Okay. Hold on one sec. Because I feel like Zara would know this, but I sure as shit won't. Looks like you have fallen about... Oh, God. It's like 1,000 feet.
Oh my god.
Oh.
There it is. It's 1,000 feet.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of feet.
So it's super not 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 2.
2 seconds is 60
1,
feet.
2.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's deep, but it's not that deep.
20 meters.
Thank you for converting it for me.
No problem. Okay, now we'll cut back in, and we'll say, have Zara say, let's see, carry the 1. It sounds like it's about 20 meters deep. I suppose I could take a look if y'all want. But maybe
Can you
someone
take
with a
someone
little
with
more... right, that's what I was suggesting. Maybe someone with a little more experience falling down holes and hitting things and breaking would maybe be better. Ford, why don't you go?
I'll go, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to go.
Okay. I start to take off my magnetic grappling harness.
Okay.
And it's a little small for you,
No, it's fine.
but it's weighted up to at least 500 pounds, so you should be fine. Be careful with it. It's very, very important to me.
I give a thumbs up and jump down.
Okay. do you use the harness?
Yeah.
There's a pause there.
There's a pause as Ford goes down, and then the harness shoots up into the air,
Uh-huh.
and he keeps going down. And yeah, Ford, you land on the ground, and there's it's pitch black. But if you feel around the walls, you can tell that there's 3 walls on either side of you, and then one direction where it just keeps going.
Anybody got a light?
You got adventuring gear, right?
I did, but I have to look at Radiant.
I have adventuring gear, first of all.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have torches in there. You just gotta mark off a use.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that. Now it has 4 uses. I'm gonna pull out like a torch or something and light it.
Nice. Alright, so yeah, just take down 1 use. Yeah, you did that. And yeah, so you got torch, goes, and it's on. It's on fire now. The torch is on fire. And you can see that this shaft goes way further. And I think with you, like, coordinating with the folks upstairs can determine that it is going in the direction of the main structure.
Ooh, secret.
So it's going towards the main structure. Should we just, like, go?
I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna say, well, it's probably less likely to be trapped, right? I look at Tuku for this.
I mean, it was pretty hard to get to. It was locked. So I would say yes, less likely, but that might still be the case that there are sub-traps.
Alright.
I mean, I'll risk it.
Radiant is gonna produce a rope from the adventure gear and jump down also.
Can I send the grappling gear back up?
Yeah. It's still connected, so you can probably, like, just unbuckle it and then hit the recall button.
I do that.
And it goes...
Cool. I
Adeline,
get my grappling harness back on and I safely descend.
before you do that, Adeline has also like taken a rope and gone down. Like, no, not that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Tuga's gonna do that too with a rope.
Y'all can just
Nice.
use mine. Don't waste the adventuring gear.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
Radiant's a good boy.
Sharing is caring.
Nice. So yeah, you all get down to the bottom of this, and so do Eustace. No, actually.
Ooh.
I think Calico goes, I'm not getting in a hole.
What are you, a scaredy cat?
I'm one on his last life, and I'm not getting in a goddamn hole.
It's okay, I'll protect you. Wait, hey, is Bartimaeus staying behind too?
Well, if I am, he has to.
Great. Okay, yeah. Yeah, stay
sir?
there.
Mr. Nemo, are you sure you don't want to come along with us? It is your expedition after all.
And he looks down at the hole, and he's like, ugh. All right, how about this? If you folks can get in to that building and open the door for us, then we can come in.
We're not gonna... Okay, sorry. We're not gonna come back here and, like... I don't know where I was going.
We're not coming back for you.
Yeah.
Goodbye forever.
Bye.
Basically, the thing he was saying is that, like, there's the... No one's actually looked at the main structure.
No.
He's asking us to find a way back to the main structure and open it for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's basically being lazy and giving us a God of War style plot where we have to go to open the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Just
Sucks.
don't touch anything while we're done here, okay?
You don't have to tell me twice.
You're coming with us.
Oh,
Want
I thought
Bartimaeus
you...
touching.
Gotcha.
Oh, no, actually, touch whatever you want. You should check out the other buildings. I heard they weren't trapped.
And Eustace is like, yeah, I'm going to stay up here too.
Okay, well, goodbye and good luck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're going in a hole. Good luck to you. Yeah, they just kind of are chilling upstairs now.
Are we going?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to talk to Ford on the way. I want to say to Ford, you could be a little nicer to him. I mean, he's the one who funded this whole expedition.
No, someone else funded it for him.
Well, sure, but if it wasn't for him, none of us would be here.
There's other jobs.
I guess. Don't you have any imagination? passion or her desire to, well, see what's all this is about?
Well, can't say I'm not curious, but lived my life so far without knowing or needing most of this stuff, so can't see how much would change,
But that's not true. The things we find down here, even that thing we saw in the tree, that something like that could revolutionize all sorts of industries. I mean,
And where's it gonna go? It's gonna go to some guy who's gonna take it and who's gonna sit in a lab or in a tower up somewhere and look at it for years before anybody else gets a crack at it.
sure, yes, it would be rigorously tested, of course, but after that, eventually you could create.
It would be monetized and people would sell it, and then somebody would get very, very, very rich off of it.
Hopefully me.
Yeah. And then everybody else would get the short end of the stick.
Well, they would still have it.
Yeah, they still get a stick.
Ford shrugs.
All right, Ford, right out the gate.
Right out the gate with that anti-capitalism. I love it.
All right, so you guys keep going down this hallway. You all, anyway, you keep going down this hallway, and eventually it opens up to this big chamber. It doesn't ever get any taller, but it's extremely wide. And you can see up through slats, almost grates above you. The ceiling has gone from being solid stone to grates. And around you there are these large pieces of metal, like ingots, stacked up in piles as far as you can see.
All right.
Interesting. Does this? I want to take a look at the metal. What kind of metal is it?
There's a few different kinds, but there is one that is the most, and it is this sort of silvery white metal. That it's not steel, it's not iron, it's not copper or bronze or brass, it's not gold, it's not actually silver, but it is silver.
Is it titanium?
Yeah, I don't think we would know what that is.
I thought you were. I was making a riff because you had listed a lot of metals. And I was going to continue listing metals.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
But,
if it's titanium, shit, then I got it in one.
Yeah, it's it's an alloy.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess titanium is a silvery white metal.
But little Zara doesn't know what titanium is. She's just a bunny.
Yeah, she's just a bunny.
It's called Zara metal now.
Zaronium. Fontanium. That's really good. Okay. Keeping that in the pocket.
That is a really good. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's this metal that it's not like anything you've seen before.
Okay. Well, I do make a mental note to call it Fontanium when I come back to this discovery. As the discoverer.
You gotta beat Nemo to it.
Well, I think I already have, because it's right here. I sort of am muttering, and I think maybe, Adeline, I think you maybe hear me go, Fontanium.